Southern California's best rock, 95.5 KLOS. I'm Derek Madden, and over here to my right, Mr. Phil Collen.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, man?
Wonderful, thanks.
I was going to say Phil Collen of Def Leppard, and you still are of Def Leppard,
Absolutely,
but there's clearly a lot of bands I can introduce you of today.
I know, really, yeah.
And and we're going to play all of those bands,
Perfect.
I guess, at some point, right? I mean, you're in control, so it sounds like a good thing to do.
Sounds good.
How are you today?
I'm actually really good, yeah. This is all fun.
Where are you based here still, or are you living elsewhere these days?
I'm in Orange County. I've been actually in the same house for 23 years. So, California.
Just an Orange County suburban husband.
I know, absolutely, yeah. Sneak up the 405 and then come in at KLOS.
All right, so you've got this whole town down. You could probably give me some tips. I'm relatively new to town.
Absolutely.
So we may have to talk about where I need to go.
Without a doubt.
When we're done with this. Let's talk. We're going to play some Def Leppard to start. This is from the new live. It's a double disc and a DVD. It's a monster package. Viva Hysteria. How, you're really excited about the performance you got captured on this thing, right?
Absolutely. I think it's the best live thing we've ever done. You know, I heard the tracks back. We had 11 nights that we played over in Vegas when we recorded this and filmed it and just chose the best. But it was, I don't know, there was an extra fire in there that we don't normally have. So it's just amazing how it turned out.
How many times have you watched it since it's been out? Is that a thing where you don't mind watching yourself, or?
It's the first time I've actually seen the band. I mean, I've seen like YouTube stuff and stuff from years ago and TV performances, but actually to sit down, because I actually saw it in the cinema. You know, it came out and they let us take over a cinema down in Orange, and we went at 10 in the morning, and it was like, so this is what it looks like. This is kind of what I imagined we would look like on stage, and it was pretty cool, actually. It kind of nailed what I thought it was.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because I was of the generation, where there were definitely times where MTV was kind of my babysitter. Right. So, you know what I mean? I've been watching you on TV, since I was a kid.
Yeah.
You probably don't get that opportunity as much, right?
Absolutely. I get to see Joe Elliott from behind. I turn around and see Rick Allen. I see Vivian and Sav side view. So that's pretty much it, Yeah. So to see the whole thing as a show was actually pretty cool.
Is there any part of you that goes like, oh, hey, we're in a movie?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And they know the mix was great as well. Ronan McHugh, who actually mixed it. That's always, you just never know. It's going to maybe you'll lose some energy, but it kind of nailed it to the wall. It was great.
All right, let's give these guys a little slice of Viva Hysteria. This is Love and Affection. Anything you want to tell people about this track?
Yeah, and we had 7 singles off the Hysteria album, which is kind of unheard of. This was going to be number 8, but it kind of we never released an 8 single, so it finally comes out 26 years later.
Yeah,
live version.
Only 7 singles. What a failure that
I know,
album
bummer.
was. Crowd goes wild. It's 95.5 KLOS. Love and Affection from Def Leppard off the Viva Hysteria CD, DVD, Blu-ray, Billboard.
Yes, absolutely, that's great.
It's a deluxe package. Speaking of deluxe packages, do you ever get on Rick about the shorts?
Yeah, I don't have to because everyone else does. It's like, I remember when we were doing that, when he came to the front, everyone's like, Rick, really? And he's like, yeah, that's cool.
That's right.
Let him do his thing.
Well, and shirtless is kind of your thing, right?
Absolutely, shirtless and a pair of shorts for Rick. Yeah.
Was that something like? Was it just kind of how that sort of worked out, or did at some point you make a choice like no shirts for me?
I used to sweat. I sweat like crazy all the time. So the shirts used to start sticking to me. So I started not wearing them, and then when I started working out and getting in really good shape and that, it was like I just stopped completely because it had such a reaction from the audience. So it's like, oh, this is pretty cool.
It does kind of keep the pressure up, right, to stay buff.
Absolutely, yeah. You got to do that. It's got to watch the cheat days.
We didn't get a shot of Phil's wife. It's like, oh yeah, it does. All right, we got to take a break. You have a new band. We're going to talk about that and play some music from Man Rays.
Absolutely.
When we come back, it's KLOS. It's 95.5 KLOS. This is The Takeover with Phil Collen of Def Leppard and Man Rays. That's your new band that we are about to play.
There you go.
This is the new song. It literally, like, you just brought this over because it was just mastered, right?
Yeah, it came out on the 12th. That was when it was released. But it just got mastered just recently. So, and it's actually, we started the song 8 years ago, but couldn't quite finish it off. So we last year I was on tour with Def Leppard and started singing this chorus, which ended up being that one. It was that, so it took 8 years.
Yeah, so you're like Chinese democracy. What? Yeah, sure, it took 14 years, but we had one song that took 8 years,
yeah.
right?
That's cool, even cooler.
Yeah, sorry, this is a new CD player for me, so I'm going to hit this, and hopefully the song's going to start. If not, we'll get there. We'll get there. This is I Surrender, Man Rays, 95.5 KLOS. Kind of went to a whole new place there at the end,
Totally,
didn't it?
right? Just opened it up.
That is I Surrender, new from Man Rays. We were talking during the song. I love that Def Leppard guitar tone that you've kind of achieved. I should just call it the Phil Collen guitar tone, pretty much, right? And you made that at home. Is that right?
I've done all the guitars on this and my vocal at home. So we recorded the drums live in the studio, but 8 years ago, Paul Cook's drum track. So and just played over the top of that.
That's amazing what you can do. With
it's ridiculous,
things. Yeah. And is there a lot of kind of genre jumping on this new record?
On this EP, actually, we redone one of our other songs, All I Want to Do, and we done almost like a 70s soul retro version of one. So that's the great thing about Man Rays. We kind of genre jump all the time. It's kind of cool.
All right. Well, we are Phil Collen band jumping right now.
Absolutely.
We did some Def Leppard. Yeah. We did some Man Rays, and now we have some Cybernauts.
Right.
Tell people about Cybernauts.
Cybernauts. A few years ago, me and Joe Elliott were asked to do a Mick Ronson tribute. Mick Ronson was a guitar player with David Bowie in the Spiders from Mars, all the Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane era. And Trevor Bolder and Woody Woodmansey with the rhythm section. We got asked if we'd do this memorial at Hammersmith Odeon in '94. We jumped at it. It was great. So we went in, we recorded, we've done this show, and then people asked us to do a tour. So we toured Japan, and we also made a few recordings. Since then, unfortunately, Trevor Bolder passed away this year, and Dick Decent, who was our keyboard player, passed away last year. But we still recorded all this amazing stuff, and we called it Cybernauts. So at some point, it's actually going to come out as an album. We're actually going to redo, or actually record some newer songs, new old David Bowie songs, if that makes sense. And put it out as an album. Like I said, we got 2 hours of live stuff, but we also recorded some studio stuff with a Hendrix track in there as well.
Yeah, we're gonna play that. I guess this would be old Hendrix track, right?
Yeah, done kind of 90 something with Cybernauts.
All right, Cybernauts, KLOS. Oh no, does it start like that? No, that's a CD
version.
Problem there, isn't it? All right. Well, we're gonna. This is what in the business we call vamping.
Vamping. Let's vamp.
Let's vamp a little bit. So tell me. So you guys are talking about putting out this. Tell me a little bit more about the Cybernauts thing, and then we'll actually play some Cybernauts in a second.
That sounds good, actually. So Cybernauts. It's we really wanted to stick faithful to this kind of era of Bowie, because me and Joe Elliott, huge influence on us growing up, and even some of the Def Leppard stuff, you can kind of hear it in there sometimes. We recorded 3 or 4 Bowie albums: Hunky Dory, Man Who Sold the World, Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane. So it was, and those guys played on all that stuff. So it was a absolute joy for us to actually, jam and play with the band. And me and Joe got our kind of dreams, our childhood dreams, to actually play with Bowie's band. And only, obviously Mick and Bowie weren't there, but we got to dial it out. It was fantastic.
How long have you been playing with Joe?
I've been in Def Leppard for 31 years, but we'd jammed together before that as well. I used to be in this band called Girl, and that's when we met, actually, when we was on tour with Girl in England. So it's been a while. So we got a lot of music between us.
I don't think I've known anyone that long except for my parents.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't think I want to jam with them.
Right.
All right,
What do they play?
My dad, he's an expert triangle player. We are going to go ahead and try this Cybernauts track again on the new fancy CD, and we'll see if this works here. Otherwise, we're just going to get a big old, and then we'll just move on to something else.
There you go. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. I got nothing over here. Oh. It says it's playing. That is such a bummer.
That's such a bummer. It's
right.
so hardcore.
We're gonna move on to something else then, I guess.
Wow.
You want to play some Def Leppard? You want to play some Man Rays? What should we play?
Yeah, I mean, Def Leppard's up next, I guess. Yeah.
All right, let's do some Def Leppard. Give me a track you want to play from this Viva Hysteria here.
From Viva Hysteria, we could actually do Run Riot if you liked. That's.
Oh yeah, there we go. I got that in here, and we're pretty sure that one works, right? So.
We'll see. Fingers crossed again.
Indeed. It's It's live radio, everybody. That's the magic of it.
Or I could sing it live. I actually could do just an.
Do you want to do that? We could just have you in here playing.
I could do probably all I want to do, the Man Ray song, or we could do a Def Leppard song. So it's
we could do a duet, or I could bring my parents in here.
Triangle, and we could. All I want to do is get next to you.
That's pretty good. All right, I think we got some Run Riot here ready to go. All right. Yes. It's nice when there are other people to do the clapping for me. Like you get bands that come in and play, and you're like the only one here, and then you got to like clap for everybody. You're like one guy, like woo. All right, Phil Collen from Def Leppard and Man Rays is here. That was Def Leppard, and I guess we're gonna go out on some Man Rays.
Absolutely. Yes.
This track is Over My Dead Body.
Right.
And it took you 15, 16 years to do? Or
this one, actually, in sharp contrast, we recorded this whole album in less than 2 weeks, which is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Hysteria took like 3 years to record. So yeah, this 2 weeks, the whole thing. So yeah, we're thrilled with that.
Are there times when you're just like, okay, I don't want to do a record with a ton of overdubs?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You just want to go for it.
But you do get carried away. It's kind of nice if the song kind of requires that, then you got to go with it, I guess. All
right. Well, here's Man Ray's Not Getting Too Carried Away.
Absolutely.
On Over My Dead Body. Hey Phil, thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure. Thank you.
And playing some records for us. We had a great time. Come back anytime, man.
Absolutely.
It's KLOS.